Hello, welcome to Wisconsin Conservatory of Lifelong Learning. I am Jelani, and I am a senior. This is Yupay, and he is a senior. This is Keelan, and he is a junior. I'm Jelani. This is Miss Akewich, the best teacher, and she is a senior. And this is Anthony, and he is a junior. And this is Sir Antoine, and he is a senior.
To help students stay motivated and keep them on the right track, we have our trains. So each one of them is a train. The seniors are my big trains, or my Hogwarts trains. My juniors and my sophomores are baby trains. And what we do is we talk about what they need to do in order to get their grades, which will help them get their credits. And how do I stay motivated? So we chunk down their work into weekly goals, we put it on the train, and then once they meet their goal, it gets all marked up, stamped, it goes to them, and we start a new goal, but then they earn usually pizza. I also send postcards in the mail when they've met their goals to try to help them stay motivated. So those are two techniques that I do to help students stay motivated, to stay successful, and it just keeps them encouraged so that way they don't give up.
Yes. Relationships with teachers are really helpful. Instead of coming to school every day with a teacher that just give you assignments and send you about your way. With Ms. Akevich, she helped me a lot because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be fucked as I am. I used to have B's and C's, and I got A's and B's because of Ms. Akevich. Telling me good morning every day, asking me I'm okay, checking on me. Relationship building is very, very good for students.
Okay, but yeah, this helped me a lot because, well, I didn't have enough motivation in me. I was gonna jump out, but you know, with Miss Akevich here, got the little contracts, trained and everything. You know, I got through it, made 2020 and everything. I passed it all. I'm happy. Now I'm on track to graduate this year.
Anthony, would you like to caretake on the motivation part?
Well, I had multiple thoughts of giving up, but with Ms. Arkevich, I never thought about giving up no more because the way she made everything seem with the contracts and stuff, it made work much easier, and she just helped me out a lot.
My name is Anton, as y'all probably already know. Before this, I was at Laskin, skipping every day, basically finna drop out, smoking weed, doing things that wasn't right. As soon as I came to WCLL, that all changed when I met Miss Akevich herself right here. She really helped me, like motivate me, give me a reason to actually come to school, really, to be honest. And she really just checked in on me, made me feel like I was a beneficial member of like this school, which I never had before coming from Pulaski. I earned a good number of credits here from just her help in general. So I really just gotta say thank you.
With the parents, they don't want to just hear the bad things that are going on, they want to hear the good things. So when I would make the calls to their parents and say that we had sat down, we did some goal setting, it's a really positive thing to be sharing. And so when I would call, parents would take my call because they knew I was talking about where their child was with relationship to their goal and how they were doing. And then when they got the postcard in the mail, then they knew, oh, my son or daughter met their goal. So it was just something exciting. And in Anthony's case, when he got his first train, where did your first train go? On the refrigerator first. I wanted it there.
It went on here, and it went on the refrigerator.
I have some sophomores that have passed. It's interesting because it started first with the seniors and the juniors, and now I've got sophomores that are coming saying, I want to be a train, I want to do the goal setting, I want to...
Another thing that we did since
each other.
Yeah, we pushed each other to do better. Since we're upperclassmen, we look at the younger ones and make sure that we're on track first, and then we make sure that they're on track to graduate next year. So, because if you're not on track to graduate next year, you're just going to be left behind, or it's just going to be
And I
slow
would do a shout out what each of them did that was successful for that week. Because for some of them, it wasn't an academic struggle, it was a behavioral struggle. So we would all just celebrate and clap, and then I also enlisted other teachers, which was nice because there are two teachers that I work closely with, and they would give up part of their lunchtime to come in here for the shout out part, and then it just is a lot nicer when we're all clapping. It's very happy and cheerful.
Back again at Wisconsin Conservatory of Lifelong Learning. And we are back learning about strategies that teachers use to help students learn.
So there's really simple things that I've done through the years that they work and they're effective. For example, I have silent suckers. So I have students that when they do good things, I give them their suckers. And I'll be like, wow, that was really great. You did a great job on your math test. You're fabulous. Excellent job. You were on time. You're just fabulous. There you go. Excellent. And then there's times where in a classroom, if someone's being a little talkative, I'll just go like this. And that stops them from talking. And it's very quiet. And it keeps my relationship because I didn't have to call Anthony out in front of everyone. It's just super quiet. Boom. He's got the sucker. That's one thing that I do. Another is coffee. I buy these, I wait for when they're on sale and I get them super cheap. I've asked people to donate coffee mugs, and then each child has their own coffee mug, and then we make coffee. And while these are things that you might think like, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is when I have their coffee, they know I care about them. I care about them whether they're having a good day or a bad day. I want them to be successful, because if they don't think I'm caring, and if they don't think that we as teachers care, they're not going to give as much of an effort in the classroom. And ultimately, we want them to be successful. We don't always have good days. They clearly don't always have good days. And when we have cups of coffee, it's amazing the conversations that take place with coffee, because sometimes when someone's having a stressful day, they can make their coffee. I'll have my tea or my coffee, and then we have a few seconds that we can just kind of catch up and chat and do whatever it is we need to make them be successful. Lunchtime, I have a yarn club that I work with Ms. Lippert, another teacher here. And this is a hat that currently Mr. Sir Anton is working on. And the knitting, again, they come up, they eat their lunch, they knit, and we have, it's very informal, but it helps build a relationship where we're able to talk about things. A lot of times we talk about happy and fun things, but sometimes we talk about things that are on their mind and are bothering them. So those are some of the things I've done: the postcards, the coffee, the suckers, the yarn. Keelan, thank you so much for reminding me. I go to their games. I heard the basketball drop, so going to their basketball games and then being able to say, I saw your three-pointer, that was fabulous. It's those little things. I saw your three-pointer, it was fabulous.
I miss mine.
Sorry. Those are all those things that help build a relationship, and it takes a little bit of time. And what I have found after 30 years of teaching is it's easier to do these things, which take a little bit of time, rather than spending your whole day trying to get your class on track. So a lot of times that ounce of prevention is way better than the pound of the cure.